I'm Sean.
And I'm Jolyn. We're here to share with you China's greatest attractions.
And we hope you'll enjoy us along with our journey. Your space button's not working.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good job. You
Oh.
broke it.
So,
Taught you so
that
much
means
this
everyone
class.
else gets
Good.
it for everybody else.
It's still not working. Okay.
Oh, I got
There
it.
it is.
Just
Excellent.
take some time.
Okay.
Sean, we give you one thing.
I know.
You had one job.
Do you have sound on here?
Yes, up near those buttons, there's a knob right under the monitor. Yes, turn that knob, clockwise? Is that right? And you'll see the green lights come up. There it is.
There it is.
So those are just some of the many different things that you can see on your. So here is one of our daily tour tables. We're splitting it up into two different tables. For our first tour, we will be going to the Great Wall of China, and then after that will be the tea ceremony, and then Tiananmen Square, which is right next to the Forbidden Kingdom, which you will get to see from there, and then hopefully go in, and then also the panda exhibit. So
So here is having a bunch of malfunctions. Just sit back down. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, here we have the majestic Wall of China. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it has to offer and the greatness of it. This here is one of the greatest wonders in China. It's like a gigantic dragon, and the Great Wall winds up across China from east to west, across the grass, the mountain tops, and the plateaus. It stretches approximately 5,500 miles across the plateaus of China, which is really amazing. And this wall has a history of 2,000 years of history. Some of the sections are now in ruins and they have disappeared. However, it is still one of the most appealing attractions in China. And also we have included the cuisine, which they also have to offer there, which is great food.
It's a lot. Some of the areas definitely have a lot of seafood because part of the Great Wall actually dips off into the ocean, because that's where they call the head of the dragon, is actually where it goes into the ocean. So that is why part of their cuisine is the seafood.
This here is the Tiananmen Square, and this is located at the center of Beijing, where we can visit in the Tiananmen Tower. And this is just kind of basically a place where it has a lot of history of the emperor and a lot of historical background of China and what has went on in the past history.
Yeah, and part of it is the history of the Forbidden Kingdom, which is right next to the Tiananmen Square, which is supposed to be very huge. It's got 9,999.5 rooms. I don't know where they got the half from, but it's gods. He built 9,000. Since the gods had 10,000 rooms in their palace, they built smaller than that, but as big as they could. So they went with the half, which I'm thinking it's a broom closet. I don't know. And then in Tiananmen Square, it's a lot of spicy foods because Beijing is known for their spices. And so the tea ceremony. China is huge on tea. It's pretty much what you'll get instead of water whenever you go somewhere. So instead of a water bottle, when you go down to sit to eat, tea is the huge part. There's a lot of different reasons why tea is also a big part of the culture. Pretty much, family serves it to the elders to reflect honor and respect for their elders, and then often served to make up for amends and mistakes. They will go out to huge tea ceremonies to show their to make the amends, and then they also do tea ceremonies to express gratitude towards one another, especially after like a big business meeting. They'll always have tea ceremonies just to show the relaxed atmosphere afterwards. So the next one is the panda exhibit. With the panda exhibit, there are many different kinds, and then as you can see, the red panda, which kind of looks like a raccoon, is what I got told. There are actually 4 or 5 different kinds of pandas. There's just the normal ones like you have on the left. Right there. And then there's giant pandas, which, I mean, in the pictures don't look any different, but they're size-wise is, for the giant pandas, is about twice the size of the normal panda. And then you got red pandas over here, which are half the size of just normal pandas. And then
The panda exhibit is one of the popular attractions in China because it shows that the panda is one of like their biggest icons there. So that's why we have included the panda exhibit in our tour.
And then here's, for another tour table, we have a boat ride to the mountains, which we'll have a mountain climb, and then after another day we will have the tour of the terracotta soldiers. And
So we, as in our sorry you guys.
research.
Yeah, research. We've included a mountain climb in our tour, and this is one of the most stunning tourist attractions here. This is the Yellow Mountain, and it is a stunning sight, and it's a nice tourist destination. They have this all year round, and the expected temperatures there are 70% and humidity 21%. So you can pretty much wear sandals and a t-shirt.
Unless you are wanting to go up some of the steeper mountains, or steeper climbs right there, then you might want to wear some tennis shoes. I went up one of those and I almost had a heart attack, especially going all the way back down. So always, don't forget, always bring a friend to keep your backpack down at the bottom.
Don't they consider that to be like the most dangerous stairway in the world?
That one, no, that's actually pretty tame there. So you can see if you want to become a rock climber in a couple days, you can go off on those kind of and just have a fun time. So if you like rock climbing, we'll allow you to go on that.
Looks like it goes outward at the top. That's
I know, and it goes whoosh, and you're like, oh, okay. So that's why there's the handrails on both sides.
there you go.
So
Awesome.
keep yourself safe.
No harness?
Nope. And so the next tour, after you had a very exhilarating time on the mountains, is just a little bit more relaxed, and it's pretty much the terracotta soldiers. With this, it was in the Hung Dynasty, which was built by, he had constructed by Kim Shing. It's pretty much, for him in the afterlife, he wanted to be protected. So he built this army with all of his soldiers. And they have found that no one soldier has the same face. They actually took from each sculptor, they looked at the person next to them, is what I've been told. They looked at the person next to them and they actually carved their face into the terracotta soldiers. So no one face is the same. And he has very many different sites. With this tour, there's 4 different areas. First is the first place they found them, which is actually in a well which a farmer found. And he was digging and he was trying to get some water, and the ground just kind of caved in underneath him, and he found this area, and then he told the government, and then they found it, and they put architecture. It's been an architectural site since then. So, and yeah. And then here's some of the major cities. We actually go to a couple of them. Chengdu, which we'll go to for the panda exhibit. And then for Xi'an, it's where the terracotta soldiers are. And with some of these, we've got the aircraft is a part of their industry. Recreation is wine tasting. And then the language is Mandarin Chinese. And then in Xi'an, you have the industry is art and film. And then you have a lot of parks and pools in Xi'an. And it's also Mandarin, but then there are also parts in Xi'an where they speak English. And then for Shanghai,
Well, in Shanghai, we have the most known for the automobile industry, and the Yuyuan Garden. They have beautiful gardens in China where their architect and their flowers and everything is just so beautiful there. It gives you an opportunity to just kind of relax and just enjoy the beautiful environment. And then we have Hong Kong fashion industry, which is really neat if you're into fashion and you're into design and cold dining experiences as well.
this is actually where I got my outfit, is in Hong Kong.
Mhm.
So,
And we have horse racing. Believe it or not, I would have never have thought that horse racing would be big in China, but they definitely do have horse racing there if you're a gambler.
and then here is our price variations per day, and then also per item. And then we have down here for the trip it'll be about $4,525. And then for our administrative fees, it'll be about $362. And then if you guys refer a friend, which I know all of you guys would love to take a friend with you on this tour to see the very many different sites and just culture of China, it'll take off $452.58. So your total, if you refer a friend, is going to